Hey everybody, Mexican here. It's a little UFC podcast. It's not too long. I should probably change the name of this podcast, huh? I should probably just change the little UFC podcast, because that's the only time I ever feel like making podcasts is to talk about the UFC. I know you guys really want to hear about me talking about my daily life, my trials and tribulations, but too bad. You only get to listen to me talk about the UFC, because I don't feel like talking about anything else. Um. Anyway, this card is kind of boring, huh? This card is what we call not stacked. It's what we call not stacked. Of course, a lot of the stacked card was last week. There, Of course, I lost a couple of my bets there. Oopsies. Yeah, of course, Adesanya, he's I guess he don't got it. I thought he still got it, but I guess he don't got it. He's too old. You're too old, you don't got it. He's lost 4 of his last 5. Oopsies. Oopsie poopsies. Yeah, he's just too old, man. He's been in too many fights. He's been like in 100 fights, His noggin's taken too many knocks. He's got that fast counter-striking style there. That doesn't really work when you become an old man. And your brain, the neurons in your brain don't fire as fast, so you can't counter so much. He's probably retired, huh? No point in fighting anymore. It's like, what's the point? Dana Point, what's your point? Anyway, of course, I guess the very surprising one was Sharaputdin Magomedov versus Michael Page. Michael Page usually fights at 170, but he went up to 185 for this one. And he just put a clinic on Sharaputdin. Sharaputdin couldn't get any. He couldn't do any cool little double back fists or anything. I guess he only has the one eye there, so probably not the best base for MMA. Yeah. Then, of course, there was Sergey Pavlovich versus Zeno Rosenstruik. That fight was kind of boring, huh? Nobody got knocked out. Pavlovich was just doing these little cutie 1-2s. And he wasn't following up. He was just like point fighting. He's lost his mojo, everybody. He's officially lost his mojo. Even in this fight that he won. He was like wrestling and doing little cutie jabs. He wasn't trying to get the finish at all. He's officially lost his mojo. Then, of course, said Nurmagomedov. Okay, the thing is, these fights were on at like 2 a.m., so I had to watch them later. So I actually checked the results in the morning there before I watched the fights, and I saw that Said lost. And I was like, he lost. What a bunch of baloney. And then I'm watching the fights there. In the first round, Said is just he's destroying Vinicius Oliveira. And I was like, how did he lose this fight? He's destroying this dude. But I guess he's not doing enough EPO there. Second round was pretty close. I think the third round, I can't remember the second and third. One of the rounds was pretty close, and then one of them, Oliveira won. But that's too bad, man. Saeed, he's a very exciting fighter. It's too bad he needs to take more EPO. He needs to take more EPO so he can hang with the boys. Hang with the big boys, because everyone was saying like there was paint fumes or something in the arena there in Saudi Arabia. They painted the walls there like a day before, so all the paint fumes, they didn't fan it out, so all the paint fumes were there. Everybody's smelling the paint fumes. That's not a good pre-workout there, Anyway, okay, let's go to the unstacked UFC 312. Even these cards that are unstacked, you never know if they're going to be great. There could be a knockout every fight. So you never know. Even if there's no big names, it could be a great card. Even like last week when there's a lot of big names, it wasn't that. It was kind of underwhelming. It was below the whelming standards. Anyway, we got Dricus Duplessis versus Sean Strickland. Sean, I like to cry about my childhood, Strickland. Well, I don't know. Sean Strickland's kind of a boring fighter. Like, I don't think he's never really had any entertaining fights there. His style of fighting is so boring. It's like, dude, all you do is jab. All you do is jab and do the Philly defense, dude. It's like, do something else. Do something else, bro. It's kind of, I mean, it's pretty effective, but it's kind of boring. We want to watch cool shit, alright? We're drunk right now. We don't want you to watch you jab. Anyway, let's see. Let's look at the, yeah, I mean, the first fight was pretty close. When I first watched it, I thought Sean won, then I watched it again, and then I thought Dragus won. So, yeah, this one, we'll see who changes their game plan there. I don't think Sean Strickland can really change his game plan because he's a very single-dimensional fighter, so I don't know what he's going to do exactly. Dragus could do more wrestling, you know. We'll see. I think Dragus will probably win there. You know, I made a joke. I was making a joke last week about South Africa, you know, because Dragus is from South Africa and he likes to kiss his trainers on his male trainers on the lips there, you know. But he says he's not. He says he's getting married. He's getting married to a woman. He says he's not gay. And then he was saying there was people saying like that's a thing in South Africa. That's what they do. The men kiss each other on the lips there in South Africa, you know. So then like at the stand-up comedy show there, you know, I was making a little joke about dudes from South Africa. It's okay. It's you know, they kiss each other on the lips. No big deal, you know. And there was this lady from South Africa in the audience there, and she was like, "No, they don't." And it's like, oh. Well, I guess Drakus is gay then, huh? Anyway, that's going to be a surprise for his wife, huh? That's going to be a surprise. She's going to be like, oh my God, you like dudes too? He's like, yeah, baby. I'm bi. It's the new cool thing to do. If you want to be cool in high school, you got to have sex with everybody. What else we got? We got Weili Zhang versus Tatiana Suarez. Now, Tatiana Suarez, I'm so jealous of her jawline. This chick's jaw, she's got the most like superhero jaw in the world. You know, that like squared, like she's got a more manly jaw than me, which is kind of depressing. You know, considering I am a man and she is a female. You know, but her face is more manly than me. Her jawline is more chiseled than mine. And I don't know, maybe she's done the steroids that make your head grow, or I don't know if she was just born that way, or, you know. Some women are just kind of ugly, you know what I mean? But anyway, of course, she's 11-0 there, you know, but the thing is, she's been kind of injured and out. Like, she's only fought, let's see, how many times has she fought? She was supposed to fight 2024, both those fights got canceled. She fought twice in 2023, and then her last fight before that was in 2019. So she took 4 years off, fought twice, and then took 2 years off. So she's fought twice in the last 6 years, basically. And because she's been injured or something, you know, she's like injured her neck or something, you know. So supposedly her wrestling's really good there, but you know, she's just been, you know, who knows how she's going to perform with those injuries. And you know, she's not that young either. You know, Weili Zhang is 35 and she's 34. You know, and I know Weili's not exactly known for her wrestling there. You know, she's kind of known as like a striker there, swang and bang striker. You know. Anyway, this fight should be good. You know, when I watch these strawweight fights, I get kind of pissed that Rose Namajunas like went up to 125. It's like Weili's been the champion here, but she lost twice to Rose, and it wasn't even really close. Like Rose knocked her out, and then basically dominated the other fight there. You know, it's like what? And then the Rose goes up to 125, and she sucks. Like I don't know. People saying like she has a different trainer now. She left her trainer. Now her boyfriend's her trainer or something. And, yeah, she's not look good. I don't know, like, she's, like, her fighting style is kind of different, you know? She used to be, like, moving around a lot, you know? And, like Zell in Final Fantasy VIII. I don't know if anybody listening to this has ever played Final Fantasy VIII. Well, there's a character named Zell. He kind of, he's like she kind of looked like Zell. Her fighting style from Final Fantasy VIII. I don't think anyone's going to get that reference, but yeah, now when Rose Namajunas fights, she's just kind of like slow, and she kind of her stance, her fighting stance is completely different, and she just sucks now. I don't know why she decided to start sucking and go up to 125. I guess it's her boyfriend's fault. Fuck that guy. Anyway, yeah, man, she should still be champion right now at strawweight, but she's not. She's not because she got, I don't know. I don't know what happened to her. Something's wrong with her. Something's wrong with her head. Anywho, what else we got on this card? Kind of bunch of other people. Who cares? The only other interesting fight on this card is Ilya Topuria's brother, Alexandre Topuria, is making his UFC debut against Colby Thickness. Dude, this guy's thick, dude. He's so thick. His last name is Thickness. Colby Thickness, dude. You know why they named me Colby Thickness? My name used to be Colby Stevenson, but then a girl saw me naked, and now they call me Colby Thickness. I think you know why. Anyway, he's only 25. He's 7-0. Topuria is 29. And I just kind of read some online talk about this guy. Maybe he doesn't really have the talent that his brother has. Like, he's a 5-1, and like the guys he fought are kind of cans, I guess. So we'll see. We'll see what happens, Larry. I'm interested to see how that guy does because Ilya Topuria is one of the best. I mean, he's the champion, you know. But we'll see how that one goes. Any of these other fights interesting? No, not really. No, not really. Anyway, I guess that's it for the hot UFC talk. Recently, I've been trying to look at some doctoral programs, some PhD programs, so I can make some more goddamn money, Because all these schools, they're like they don't care at all that I have best-selling books, like they don't care at all about that for whatever reason. It's not enough. So, been thinking about trying to get a PhD, maybe up my salary, because I'm not really making any money. So I looked at some schools here in Japan, and most of the schools here in Japan, they all teach in Japanese. So it's like you got to pass the Japanese language proficiency test, level 1, and that's really hard, and I don't really want to study for that, and I don't think I could even pass it. I mean, maybe if I studied hard for a year, I probably could, but it's just like, oh God, reading Japanese takes so much time. It's so annoying. It's just like, oh, what is that character? Oh, that character mean? Oh, okay, and it has a different pronunciation. Okay, it's the same character, but it has 5. You can read it 5 different ways. There's 5 different ways. And when it combines with that one, it has completely different. Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, I really want to learn this language. Anyway, so then I was looking at some other ones, some like online ones, and in America they're like, oh yeah, all right, yeah, sign up for our program, and the tuition it's $50,000. Like, oh okay, yeah, I want to pay you $50,000 for what exactly? Like for what? For you to give me some information that I can learn on the internet for free? I'm not sure I want to give you. Yeah, I mean, okay, my master's degree was complete waste of money, dude. Like basically all it is, every course they're just like, okay, read these scientific studies. Thanks for your money. Here, now read these. It's all a giant scam, man. It's all a giant scam, dude. Yeah, so anyway, all these PhD programs are all like $50,000, $30,000 a year. And it's just like, oh, God. Oh, God. Who's going to pay that money? I'm not going to pay $50,000 for this anyway. Then I found a couple ones. I'm just searching like on the Google there, like online PhD programs, and there's a couple of these like they're in Europe, and it's like you don't even have it's only $2,500, and you don't even have to write you don't have to defend your dissertation, you don't have to take any courses, just pay us this money and you get your degree. It's like, how's that? I don't think that's accredited university there. I mean, it's literally a scam where you just send them a check and they send you a PhD, and they're not even they just send a piece of I don't think anyone's gonna check. Like, oh boy, oh man, the whole school system. It's all a scam, man. And I'm part of it. I'm part of the scam. That's why I tell my students every day in class. I'm like, okay, kids, if you want to learn English, you don't need this class. You just need to study and not be lazy. You need to stop playing video games all day and start studying. You want to learn English, right? And they're like, yeah, I want to speak English. Okay, it's like, all right, well, you got to study. And they're like, well, I don't want to study, though. Like, okay, well, you want to speak English, right? Yeah, I want to speak English. Okay, well, you got to study. I don't want to study though. It's like, all right, well, you want to be buff, you want to be in hot shape, but you don't want to exercise. No problem. All you got to do is take Ozempic. Anyway, thanks for listening. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow.